Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Lynn Classical here at 235 O'Callahan Way, where the Lady Rams are hosting the Somerville Highlanders here in this beautiful January night. It's been frigid this week, and so have the Lady Rams. The Lady Rams set a record of 5-2, facing off against the Somerville Highlanders for the first time this season, who stand at a record of 4-3. Starters for the Highlanders, wearing number 1, Amari Kurgo. Wearing number 5, Giuliani Furman Rodriguez. Wearing number 12, Nora Gamache. Number 21, Reagan Antonelli. And number 35, Lila Mack Coleman. Somerville's last game versus English, a win 54-39. Next week, they're hosting Everett at home. Starters for the Lynn Classical Rams, number 20, Divine, the Beastic Buddha. Wearing number 11, Keisha Perez. Wearing number 5, Jada Tayada. Number 4, Nevaeh F. And number 2, Savannah Tang. Last game for the Classical Rams was versus Medford, a victory of 48-42 over the Mustangs. And their next game, which is next Tuesday, they're hosting Medford again right here at home. We'll go to the flag for the anthem.
Thank you. Both teams.
Anthem is done. 8 minutes on the board. I'm your announcer tonight from Lynn Educational Television, Sean Donahue, thanking you for tuning in. If you're watching on the Classical YouTube page, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening here at 235 O'Callahan Way. Our crew from Classical is up on the perch. Thanks to Mikey for coming out and filming today's game. I want to say thanks to our viewers at Comcast and Verizon. Without you, we wouldn't be able to support hosting these television programs here at Lynn Educational Television. It also gives us an opportunity to give the kids an opportunity to work. And I promise to limit myself to 15 opportunities tonight. And boy, howdy, has this season kicked off really well for Coach Sawyer and the Lady Rams. 5-2 record right now. Some of the top scorers in the league for the GBL are here, and we're happy to bring you GBL basketball. 4-3 for the Somerville Highlanders. Coach Ricardo Bonhomme coming out. Nice gentleman. Well-spoken. Hard phone number to remember, but he's got the link for tonight's game. So if you're watching in Somerville, please like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell on our Lynn Classical YouTube page for all the fun stuff. We'll go to the half mark while we wait for the rest of the team to come out. Tipping off for the Rams, the Beastic Buddha. And for Somerville, number 5, Giuliani Furman Rodriguez, the senior out of Somerville. Buddha able to influence that in her direction. Somerville comes away with it. Working the perimeter. Surveying, passes over to number 21, Reagan Antonelli. Antonelli allowed a lot of space outside the key. Classical trying to force him to come inside. Nice pass inside and then back out to number 1, Amari Kurgo. Couldn't get it to fall. Rebound fielded by the Classical Rams, and now Perez with the rock. Passing over to Tayada. Perez trying to look for Tang. Tang not there. Stolen away by Antonelli. Going up. Smashed and knocked away by Keisha Perez, the senior out of Classical. And Antonelli was on her way to counting those pickles, but no bueno. Not today, not up in here. That ball out of bounds off of the Highlanders. Classical ball. Jada Tejada gonna inbound. And it looks like Keisha Perez will take the point position. Perez with the rock, trying to drive inside, passes outside to Tejada. Highlanders closing quick up at the top of the key, driving out, pass it over to Tang, a little bit too high. That one sails out of bounds. Highlanders, the inbound, far side of the court. Antonelli with the rock. Passes over to number 12, Nora Gamache. Gamache working her way around the perimeter. Good swipe out it there from Keisha Perez. Passes her off to Tang. Mari Kurgo. Pass outside over to number 12, Nora Gamache. Her shot no good, fielded by Egbuda on the rebound. 0-0, 6.5 left in the first here. Shot made well by Keisha Perez. Perez drawing first blood of the game. Antonelli with the rock. Classical giving her some space, trying to close in. So doesn't Classical's defense. Passes outside, back up to Antonelli. Perez steals that one away. She's one-on-one situation. Goes for the layup and makes it count. Perez with the defense and finishing up on offense forces a timeout here for Somerville. We'd like to take this opportunity to say thanks to our viewership at home. I want to say thanks to our crew from Lynn Classical. We got Mikey up in the purse today, bringing you these smooth and steady shots. I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue from Lynn Educational Television. Classical right now with a record of 5-2. Their last game, a 48-42 victory over the Mustangs. Somerville with a record of 4-3. Their last game, a victory over English, 54-39. Somerville going to host Everett at home in their next game, and Classical is hosting Medford here at home. And it's been quite the season so far. We've been lucky enough to cover all these home games here for the Lady Rams. Got some time to meet with a lot of these guys. Egbuda been a force down inside the paint. Solid rebounder, terrific shot, and more than willing to put the work in. Keisha Perez, great point guard. He's got the speed, the interception queen in my book. Jada Perez, a good compliment to both of these players. And of course, we know Savannah Tang and Nevaeh Eth from last year. Two seniors getting back into the mix. 4-0, Classical leads over the Highlanders. The inbound gets to Somerville. Classical contests quickly on defense. We got a jump ball call. So team foul for Classical will result in another inbound for the Highlanders. Antonelli passes over to Furman Rodriguez. Back over to number 12, Gamache. Gamache can't get it. Classical comes down with a rebound. A long pass from Tang over to Jada Tejada. Back to Tang for three. Can't get it to fall. Egbuda there. First touch on the rebound. Not strong enough to take that one away from Amari Kurgo. Pass intended for Kurgo from Antonelli. Knocked away by Tang. Kurgo over to Antonelli. Antonelli surveying, Tang in front. Classical giving him all the way up to the key. Pass outside to Furman Rodriguez. Back over to Antonelli. Trying her way in. Nice little pass inside over to Matt Coleman. Matt Coleman passes outside to number 12, Gamache. Gamache's shot no good. Rebound by Divine Egbuda. And now Classical's on the push offensively. Tang from the corner for three. A little bit high. Egbuda's there on the rebound, trying to clean it up on the layup. No good. Somerville comes down with a rebound, and now they're on the push. Offensively again, Antonelli with an attempt at a three. Outside, gets it to fall right where she wants it, and puts the Highlanders onto the board for the first time tonight. 4-3, Classical leading over the Highlanders with just about 4.5 left in the first. Tejada gets the rock from Perez. Long pass over to Tang, inside to F. F going for the layup. Knocked away by number 35 out of Somerville, Lila, Mac Coleman. Perez wondering how come we don't get the ball, because Somerville knocked it out of bounds, and last time I checked, the rules were we supposed, and the guy's like, yeah, you got it, kid. Passes over to Tejada for 3. A little bit high, Egbuta's there, anticipating. Trying for the rebound, loses control. Perez a little bit too far out of reach for her to make an attempt to save it. Somerville to inbound, Classical pushing on the clears, not allowing too much movement. And a step out of bounds results in a turnover for Classical. Classical to inbound from Somerville territory.
Out of bounds, Rams ball.
Keisha Perez tasked with that responsibility. Right inside, Egbuta goes for the layup, fields her own rebound, nothing there. Draws the foul, and I believe Egbuta is going to go to the line. First team foul for the Somerville Highlanders tonight. So 1-1 on fouls for the teams. Egbuta going to the line for the first time tonight. First one, no good. Her second attempt. And makes it count. Egbuta getting onto the board for the first time tonight. 5-3, Classical over the Highlanders. Quick advance. A hard pass over to number 35, Lila Matt Coleman, sends her back. Keisha Perez driving inside, going for the layup. Can't get it there. Egbuta's there to clean up the layup. Knocks it in for 2. 7-3, Classical over the Highlanders. Just about halfway through this first period. Kurgo to inbound for the Highlanders. Goes with a long pass inside of Ramadan. Merriman Ramadan making her way onto the court for the first time tonight. Junior out of Somerville. Nora Gamache inbounds the ball over to Antonelli. Antonelli back to Gamache, trying inside, knocked away by Perez. Perez taking her time to get across that half mark, allowing Classical to get in scoring position. Perez surveying, passes it over to Tejada. Tejada with 2 in front, back to Perez. Over to Tang. Tang with a little bit of space, drives inside, works her way into the paint for the layup, gets it to fall, and Savannah Tang getting onto the board with 2. 9-3, Classical over Somerville, and Somerville advancing well on these clears. Rebound fielded by the Highlanders, going for the layup. Antonelli ends up with it. Nice little bounce pass inside. Nothing there. Egbuta coming away with the rebound, the touch off of Somerville. And Gatisha Morellis working her way onto the court for the first time tonight for the Highlanders. Perez over to Tang. Tang with 2 in front. Surveying, passes it back. Over to Perez, to Tang. Showing for 3. Nice pass inside to the Beast Egbuta. Driving up, can't get that one to fall, draws a foul. I guess it's going to the line again. You guessed it. Divine, the Beast Egbuta. 3 on the night so far for Egbuta, 4 on the night for Perez, and 2 for Tang. Reagan Antonelli, the sole scorer for the Somerville Highlanders thus far in this game. Egbuta's first. No good. Egbuta's second. No good. Fielded in cleanly. Rebound by Amari Kurgo. Antonelli with the rock again at that point position. Surveying. Tang in front. High pass inside. Intended for number 15. Morellis knocked away by Keisha Perez. Perez now with the rock. Passes across over to Tang for 3. Gets it to fall like she wanted. 5 on the night for Tang. First field goal for the senior out of Lynn Classical. Inbound contested well by the Somerville defense. Switch that. Inbound contested well by the Lynn Classical defense. Antonelli with the rock, 2 in front. Classical pushing again on the clears. Perez ends up with it, goes for the layup. Can't get it to fall, but draws the foul. And Classical will have another player go to the line. And Perez looks like she's nursing a bit of a nosebleed. Perez says she's got it. She goes to her bag for her magic nosebleed stopper. And we'll take this opportunity to say thanks to those who are tuning in. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening here at 235 O'Callahan Way. You're watching Lynn Educational Television, thanks to our Comcast and Verizon subscribers. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. All 3 high schools and middle schools have studios that are accessible to students, also operated by television media teachers who give kids an opportunity to learn about the curriculum of television media. And outside of that, we get to give these guys a working opportunity and boost some standings on their resumes. Up in the perch tonight, we got one of our rookies, Mikey. Kid put in a 9-hour day in his first year. It's almost unheard of. Perez with her first attempt. Gets it to fall. Perez with 5 on the night. Her second attempt. Right where she wants it. 6 on the night for Perez, 14-3. Classical over Somerville. Antonelli contested well by Egbuda and Tang. Forces the Somerville Highlanders to take a timeout. And Coach Ricardo Bonhomme will take some time to coach up the Lady Highlanders on their approach to this tenacious Classical defense. Coach Tom Sawyer really looking forward to advancing his record. Classical right now with a solid start to the season, 5-2 record. The last game, a W over Medford, 48-42 victory. Somerville working to stay out of the 500 category. Record right now of 4-3. Their last game, a win over English, 54-39. Later on this week, Everett will be traveling to Somerville to face off against the Lady Highlanders. And Classical will have Medford coming here next Tuesday. Just under 2.5 here in the first. 14-3 Rams over the Highlanders. And Classical has been a force defensively. Highlanders thinking that they're going to be able to clear across that half mark uncontested. And Coach Tom Sawyer is sent in the play. We are going to press on the clears. Not going to make anything easy, and anything they get will need to be earned. Kurgo with the inbounding responsibility. Tries for Antonelli. Antonelli contested well by Teata. Team foul on Classical is going to result in another inbound. Kurgo tasked with that responsibility once again. Classical pushing. Egbuda in front. Passes over to Antonelli. Antonelli looking to Ramadan. Ramadan back to Antonelli. Antonelli over to Matt Coleman. Antonelli with the rock. Passes over to number 3, Ramadan. Coming inside, number 35, Matt Coleman. Can't get it to fall. Egbuda's there on the rebound. Last 2 minutes in the period. Perez with the rock. Drives inside the paint. Passes outside to number 23, Keisha Perez Vasquez. And her pass sails out of bounds. The Highlanders to inbound from their own bench. Kurgo to Antonelli. Antonelli at the point position. Perez Vasquez in front. Knocked away by Keisha Perez. Driving inside. Goes for the layup. Gets it to fall. Keisha Perez with 8 on the night. The senior out of Classical. And Somerville doing a better job at spreading out. Shot attempt coming off the fingertips of number 20, Merriman Ramadan, no good. Perez fields the rebound as it's on the push at the point position. Antonelli in front, pulls back, looking to Tang for a little bit of support. Tang with one in front, back to Perez. Perez coming inside, drives to the paint, goes for the layup. Egbuda on the rebound, second rebound, fields it, waved off. Egbuda. Gets called for a team foul. Pushing, you can't do that, Divine. What are you doing, kid? No bueno. Gergo inbound into Antonelli. Antonelli passes over to number 20, Ramadan, closed in closely. Somerville still pushing. Bounce pass inside of Matt Coleman, no good, just a little bit too low. That pass coming from Noor Gamache, the freshman out of Somerville. Classical will benefit from the turnover. 16-3, just under 60 seconds left in the first period here. Classical over the Highlanders, their first matchup of the season. Tang trying to drive inside, doesn't see much opportunity there, passes it back to Perez and says, hey, can you show me how to do it? She says, I'll try, and the Somerville defense says, no, we're not gonna allow that to happen right away. Antonelli over to Gamache. Gamache sneaks past F, but not before she steps onto the line, out of bounds. Highlanders.
15 foul.
And it looks like they're gonna call F for a push. And that's going to send Gamache to the line. Nora Gamache, starting freshman out of Somerville. Her first attempt, no good. Her second attempt, right where she wants it. Gamache gets onto the board for the first time tonight. 16-4. Rams over the Highlanders. Perez at that point position. Somerville giving the clears to Classical, letting them get across that half mark pretty quickly. And a botched pass cleaned up by Divine Egbuda. Egbuda knocks in two more, 5 of the night for the Beast. A foul call, as everybody's eyes squinted, wondering, how can that happen to us? We would never do something like that. And the ref says, I saw it, we're going to the line, watch these guys shoot the ball. Merriman Ramadan, the junior out of Somerville, to take it from the line for her first time tonight. Bounces off the front of the rim, no good. 18-4 Rams. Ramadan second. Bounces off the left-hand side of the rim. And now Perez Vasquez driving inside, can't get it across and over onto the shooting opportunity. That doesn't make sense. We tried, we didn't get it, but we won the first quarter. 18-4 Classical over Somerville. We'll be back with the second period after this break. And we're back, 8 more on the board, one half. Halfway done. Classical leading over the Highlanders 18-4 and putting it on defensively. Tang with the ball after the pass from Teata, drives inside the paint, trying to bounce pass it over to Egbuda, and the Highlanders are onto it. Jump ball call results in a turnover in favor of Somerville.
Jump ball, Somerville ball.
Furman Rodriguez, the one to inbound the rock. Inbounds that one over to Antonelli. Antonelli again with one in front. Passes over outside to the Gamache. Back to Antonelli. Antonelli with one in front. Classical pushing a little bit more defensively on the offensive attempts by Somerville. Egbuda steals that one away. Passes it over to Tang, who's playing at the point position. Tang with two in front. Over to Teata. Teata surveying. Decides to go back to Tang. Tang with Perez Vasquez over to her left-hand side. Looking at Perez Vasquez. Back to Tang. Tang looking for three. Doesn't have it. Over to Teata. Teata takes the shot. Egbuda's there on the rebound. Can she keep it in bounds? Yes, she does. Tang has it again up at the top of the key. One in front. showing for three in a spot where she's got to pass out. Nice little off pass there from Tang to Teata over to F. Team foul on Somerville is going to result in an inbound opportunity for the Rams. F tasked with that. F surveying, bounces inside over to Egbuda. Contested well by number 35, Matt Coleman. Antonelli with the rock, trying to drive past Perez Vasquez. Shot from Gamache is no good. Egbuda rips it away. Jump ball call, going Classical's way.
Jump ball, Rams ball.
And a slow start here to the second period. In this first GBL matchup between Somerville and Lynn Classical. Long pass over to Tang. They gave her the space. She takes it for three. And Perez Vasquez there on the rebound. Tries to field it and get it out. Gets tripped up by the court monster and falls. And Antonelli with the rock. Drives up inside. Can't get the layup, but draws the foul. And Antonelli going to go to the line for the first time tonight. Reagan Antonelli, the freshman out of Somerville, with 3 on the night so far. And they get Keisha Perez Vasquez for that one, the junior out of Classical. Antonelli's first shot bounces off the back of the rim. No good. Her second. Gets it to fall. And Antonelli with 4 on the night. 18-5, Classical over the Highlanders. Tang passes inside Egbuda, doing the work. Can't get it there. Cleaned up by Keisha Perez Vasquez over to... Back to Keisha Perez Vasquez. Over to Teata. Teata takes a shot. There to clean it up. F drops it in for her first points of the night. The senior out of Classical. 20-5. Classical leading 15 over the Highlanders. Antonelli with the rock. Keisha Perez Vasquez in front. Passes over to number 5, Furman Rodriguez. Over to Gamache for 3. Bounces off the front of the rim. Fielded well by Matt Coleman. Matt Coleman cleans it up for 2. Her first of the night. 20-7. Rams over the Highlanders. Just about 5 minutes left in the half here. Teata with the rock. Over to Perez Vasquez. Driving inside. Bounce pass over to Tang. Wide open for 3. Can't get it to fall. There's Egbuda under their net for the rebound. Coach Sawyer looking for a little bit of confirmation on what had happened. And the referee is saying it's up, it's up, it's up. Coach Sawyer's not really sure how that works. Don't look to me. I'm a football guy myself. And we're back to it. Antonelli over to Gamache. Tang in front. Passes out to Kurgo. Kurgo to Antonelli. Shows a shot. Passes up to the top of the key. Furman Rodriguez takes it and gets it for 3. Her first points on the board. Stolen away by Kurgo. Classical draws their second team foul. It's going to result in an inbound, far side of the court. Kurgo tasked with that responsibility. And they're doing the old line up and then hit the ball and move around move. Gamache over to Antonelli for 2. Bounces everywhere inside the rim but through the net. And trying to drive up for the shot. Gertisha Morellis. She can't get the shot off, but's able to draw the foul, and she'll go to the line. Her second time tonight. Gertisha Morales' first shot. Everywhere and even inside for her first points in the night. 20-11. Somerville making a push to get back into this one. Morales, shot no good. Fielded by Divine Egbuda. Egbuda passes over to Perez. Perez back into the game at that point position. Bounce pass over to Tang for 3. Bounces off the backside of the hoop. Back into classical possession. Perez trying to clean it up on the rebound. No good there. Tipped away by the Highlanders. Classical to inbound in Highlanders territory. Perez, the point of contact on the inbound. Surveying. Outside of Tang. Tang has a little bit of space. Has to do the work to get into the paint. And Tang draws a foul. Second team foul against Somerville this period. And that's going to send Tang to the line for the first time tonight. Tang with 5 on the night. Her first time at the line. First shot, no good. Tang second. High shot, bounce off the backside of the rim. And fielded cleanly by Kurgo. Now Somerville on the push. Morellis gets the pass, tries for the drive, goes inside the paint on the layup. Egbuda pulls it down from the board. And that's to fight her way away from the Somerville defense. Team foul on the Highlanders is going to result in an inbound for Classical. Perez with the rock at the point position. One in front, over to Tang. Tang looking inside Egbuda. Egbuda drives back, goes for the layup, no good. Somerville comes back with the rebound. That's Kurgo again. Better force inside the paint. And an end-to-end opportunity there for Kamash. Ends in a fight for the ball, jump ball call here. And that's going to stay Somerville ball here in Classical territory. Furman Rodriguez, the point of contact for the inbound. Over to number 15, Morellis. Morellis passes over to Antonelli. Tries for 3, no good there. Perez tries on the rebound. Not so clean, rolls out of bounds. That one's gonna say Somerville ball. (20-11). Just about 3 minutes left in the half. Gamash's shot attempt, no good. F comes away with the rebound, passes over to Perez at the point position. Classical trying to drive inside. Tang has 2 in front. Pass outside, over to Perez Vasquez. Goes for the shot, no good there. Pulled down from the board by number 5, Furman Rodriguez. Antonelli with the rock at the point position, driving across that half mark quickly. Looking for a little bit of help for Gamash. Back over to Antonelli. Antonelli with 2 in front, over to Gamash. Gamash with Egbuda, bounce pass over to Antonelli. Outside, over to the tall kid, Kurgo. Gets that one to fall for 3. Her first points of the night as the field goal. The freshman out of Somerville. And Somerville's got a lot of talent to build up on. A lot of these kids in their younger state. And they're playing pretty well. A record of 4-3 in the GBL is pretty impressive for such a young team. Ed gets the pass, trying to fight for her life, gets called for travel. And this call brought to you by MapQuest. If you're under 30, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Kurgo gonna inbound the ball to Antonelli. Classical allowing for a free clear across the half. Tang in front. Antonelli over to Kurgo, to Gamash. Gamash inside, over to Matt Coleman. Back to Antonelli, driving inside the paint, trying for Matt Coleman, stolen away by Divine Egbuda. Tang at the point position, 20-14, just under 2 minutes left in the half. Tang surveying, none in front, bounce pass inside over to Egbuda, trying for the shot, draws the foul, and Egbuda gonna go to the line. So Egbuda going to the line once again. 5 on the night so far for the Beast. Her first off the back of the rim. Gratisha Morellis to come in for Lila Mack Coleman. Her second. Everywhere but the rim, baby. Egbuda with 6 on the night after that one. Antonelli trying to drive in front, has 2 in front. Pass attempt over to Gamache, almost knocked away. Antonelli takes a little bit of space, try to grab a little bit of momentum, tries for 3, bounces off the back of the net. Egbuda coming down with a rebound. Tang in front. Somerville retreats to play defense, 21-14, just about 90 seconds left in the first half. Tang surveying, passes over to an unaware Keisha Perez Vasquez. Classical losing possession. Somerville ball, far side of the court. Kurgo to inbound to Antonelli. Antonelli with Perez Vasquez in front. Gets a pick on the left-hand side. Kurgo with the rock, back to Antonelli. Trying for 2. Draws the foul. Classical a little premature there on the block attempt. And she'll draw the penalty from the line and head to the line for 2. Antonelli's first shot, right where she wants it. Regan Antonelli's second time at the line tonight. Her second shot is muy bueno. 6 of the night for Antonelli. Another freshman out of Somerville. Tang at the point position. Mia Duncan finding her way onto the court. Pass attempt there, meant for Tang from Duncan. Knocked away by Gamache. Tang able to retrieve it, but steps on the backside of the court. Backcourt violation is going to result in the turnover, benefiting the Highlanders. Just under 60 seconds here in the first half, 21-16. Highlanders climbing their way back into this one after being down 15 at the beginning of this quarter. Antonelli tries to drive inside. That classical defense collapses, passes outside over to Kurgo. Kurgo doing the work to get inside 2. Kurgo with 5 of the night. Does a little bit of dance past Nevaeh Eth. Works her way into the paint. Puts on a layup clinic in that last possession. Egbuda cleaning up the poor pass and says, you know what, I'll do this one on my own. Driving inside the paint, going for 2, draws a foul, and Egbuda going to the line. Once again, starting to lose count. 6 on the night for the sophomore out of Classical. Just under 30 seconds here in the first half. Her first, no good. Egbuda's second attempt. No good. Pulled down from the board by Kurgo. Kurgo over to Antonelli. Antonelli with space to move. Passes over to Gamache. Gamache to Antonelli with 2 in front, trying to drive into the paint. Can't get the shot off. Egbuda pulls down the board. Trying to create a little bit of space over to Tang. Under 10 seconds here. Tang trying to create a little bit of space, trying to get a scoring opportunity. Takes the shot. And I don't know if she was outside the key, if they're going to give her 3 or they're going to give her 2. So just 2 seconds left.
Number 2, Savannah Tang to the line, shooting 3.
So Tang is going to take 3. Second time of the night for Tang at the free throw line. Her first attempt there, no good. Her second, no good.
No fouls, White. No fouls, White. Come on. No fouls.
Her third. Makes that one. Tang with 6 on the night. 1 second, 2 second. The long shot attempt from... I called her name a million times. From Antonelli, no good. So at the end of 2, Classical leads over the Highlanders 22-18. We'll be back after this brief break. Welcome back. Start of the second half here. Classical leading 22-18 over the Highlanders. Classical coming into this one boasting a record of 5-2. Somerville with a record of 4-3. Last game for Somerville versus English, a 54-39 victory. Last game for Classical, a 48-42 victory over Medford. The name of the game tonight has been defense, and Classical's been pouring it on. Somerville climbing their way back into this, being down at a deficit of 15 at one point in the second. Classical starting with the rock. Perez with the ball over to Tang. Tang looking for an opportunity here, and you can see the pickup in defense here by the Highlanders. Travel call is going to result in a little trip down to the end mark here as the Somerville Highlanders will inbound the ball. Antonelli with the rock, passes inside to Mac Coleman. Mac Coleman over to Gamache. Gamache back with the ball. Again, after the pass from Kurgo, trying to create a little bit of space. Classical closing in defensively. Able to sneak past two, goes for the layup, nothing there. Teata, the first one on the touch after the bounce off the board. Goes out of bounds. And Antonelli with the inbounding responsibility. Matt Coleman with it, has one in front, and too fast. Keisha Perez steals that one away yet again. The Bandit. Over to Tang, has an option for three, takes it, no good. Kurgo pulls that one down for the board, and Divine Buddha doing what she does so well. Pulls that one away. Can't get the pass over to Eth clean enough. Rolls out of bounds. And Antonelli on the push again at the point position for the Highlanders. One in front. Go over to Gamache. Back to Antonelli. Does a little oop-de-oop to get through Keisha Perez. Perez pulls that one away. Jump ball call, not sure why.
Hey, 2-3.
Somerville ball here in Classical territory. Perez with 8 on the night, knocks that one away. The Bandit steals another one. Going up for the layup, draws the foul. F. Gamache. And Perez going to the line.
First team foul, Somerville for the quarter. Number 11, Keisha Perez, the line, shooting 2.
Keisha the Bandit Perez, 8 on the night so far tonight. High scorer for both teams. Her first at the line. Bounces up, back off of the backside of the rim. Perez takes her time again. Her second attempt. A little too short. Out of bounds, Somerville ball. Furman Rodriguez gets that one over to Antonelli. Antonelli with Perez in front. Gets over to Matt Coleman. Matt Coleman looking for a pass over to Gamache, just a little bit too high for her. Out of bounds, Classical's ball. Inbounding from their own territory, Jada Teata. Over to Perez. Perez with the rock, 2 in front. Bounce pass over to Tang. Has a little bit of space. The defense of Somerville closes in well. Bounce pass inside of Egbuda for a clean layup. Can't get it to fall. Now Antonelli off a nice pass from Gamache. Goes for the layup. Matt Coleman there on the rebound. And Matt Coleman drops in 2 more for Somerville. 22-20. 6 minutes left in the third period. Keisha Perez with 2 in front. Surveying the court. Has a pick on her right-hand side. Fast pass over to Savannah Tang. Tang with Gamache in front. Looks for Egbuda inside. Egbuda does a nice little roll off of Matt Coleman. The Beast with 2 more to the board. 8 on the night, ties it up with Keisha Perez on the high scorers for both teams. Matt Coleman looking to score inside, has to pass out over to Kurgo. Kurgo's shot for 3, no good. Now Classical on the push. Perez with 1 in front, passes outside of Jada Teata. Back to Perez. Perez over to Tang, has a little bit of space, looking for 3, drives inside. Has the shot at the layup, no good there. Tang steals it away after the deflection from F. Over to Teata. Tag Buddha. Egbuda for 2, no good there. F comes away with the rebound. Egbuda comes away with a rebound. The foul is going to result in another trip for Egbuda to go to the line. The Beast tonight earning her nickname underneath that hoop. (24-20). First shot, no good. Egbuda's second attempt. Just a little short. Something she's probably never heard before. Inbound from Kurgo to Antonelli. Classical giving him the clear across the half. Perez in front, trying to create a little bit of space. There's Antonelli. Antonelli passes over to Gamache. Gamache trying to get that one. Kurgo knocked away by Tejada, and Perez is there on the cleanup.
13 foul.
Team foul against Somerville is going to send Perez to the line for the second time tonight. No, it's not. She's going to go to the end of the court for an inbound. Morales is out. Furman Rodriguez is in. Egbuda gets the inbound from Perez, tries for 2, no good, fields her own rebound. Tejada and Egbuda fighting for it. Classical slows it down. Perez with the rock, good at the conducting position for the Rams. Looking for F. And Ramadan closing in quickly. Stays Rams ball. Perez to inbound. Over to Tejada. Tejada with one in front. Over to Tang. Tang with a long pass inside of Egbuda. 2 in front. Goes for the layup. No good. Draws the foul. And another trip to the line for the Beast.
Number 20, Divine. Shooting 2.
A lot of hack-a-lacking going on down there. You're not supposed to do that. First one's good. 6 in the first half for Egbuda. Her second. She breaks double digits with that one. Antonelli with the rock after the inbound from Kurgo. Antonelli with a little bit of space, trying to draw her out that classical defense, looking for a pass over to Kurgo. A little dangerous with Tejada on the adjacent. Gamache over to Kurgo, back to Antonelli for 3, takes the shot, swish, nut but net. And Rigg and Antonelli with 3 more on the board, 9 on the night, 6 in the first half. Keisha Perez with the ball, passes over to Tang. Tang with Gamache in front, looking for Egbuda. Inside, Egbuda drives into the paint. Solid pass over to F. And F trying for the layup. Gets hack-a-lacked. The ref does the thing, nah, hit the ball. And everybody here at 235 O'Callahan Way is wondering where he got that one. But the refs are right. They're the guys who are right. That's what we're supposed to say, right? 26-23, Classical over. The Rams, the inbound to F. Trying to bounce pass over to Tejada. Stolen away by Gamache. The Bandits closing in on her. Can't get it there. Antonelli with the rock. Passes over to number 5, Furman Rodriguez. And tries for 3. Can't get it to fall. Out of bounds, Somerville ball. And everybody with a deep voice is hooting and hollering. The inbound, high and long over to Gamache, back to Kurgo, and the Bandit strikes again, driving inside, goes for the layup and cleans it there. Keisha Perez drops her double digits there. 8 on the first half. 28-23. Classical over Somerville. Coach Ricardo Bonhomme going to take some time to coach up the Lady Highlanders. And we're going to take the opportunity to say thanks to you, our viewership. If you're watching on our YouTube page, please like, subscribe, and click that notification bell for all the up-to-date events and sports that are happening right here at 235 O'Callahan Way. I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue from Lynn Educational Television, thanking you, our viewers. If you're watching on our Comcast and Verizon channels, thank you for your subscription. Without it, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. We're able to teach television media. We offer curriculum to middle school kids and high school kids, so all the public high schools and middle schools have television studios. And I know the classical television teacher, super handsome, don't know about the rest of them. But I could speak on behalf of the kids. They're super happy to have such a program. It gives them an opportunity to boost some stats on their resume. Some of these guys, this is their first job. Up in the perch tonight, one of our rookies, freshman out of classical, Mikey, is bringing you these smooth and steady shots for the most part. I'd give him a B- so far today. But as we all know, the second half of basketball is the most exciting half in basketball. After the timeout, we'll get back to the action here. Antonelli with the rock after the inbound. Perez in front. Has an option at a pick, but the Bandit too quick for it. Gamache for 3. Gets it to fall like she does it every day. Holy moly. Nora Gamache, 4 in the night. And Somerville been climbing their way back into this one. A 15-point deficit at one point. 28-26. Classical leading over Somerville, and they've dug their way back into this game. A lot of young cats over here in the Highlanders team. Kurgo, a starter at the freshman. Furman Rodriguez is one of only maybe 6 seniors on the whole team. Gamache, another freshman. Antonelli, another freshman. Tang goes to the line, gets that one to fall. 7 on the night for Savannah Tang, the senior out of classical. Matt Coleman's a senior, so 3 of their starters, freshmen. And Tang gets the other one to go. 8 on the night for Tang. Stolen away by Tayada. Takes a bit of a page out of the Bandits playbook. Takes that one away. A sloppy pass results in the inbound. Tayada able to field it. Buddha coming away with a rebound. 12 on the night for the Beast. Somerville struggling to keep into this one. Stolen away by Tayada. Tayada gets it over at Buddha. Buddha with one in front. Get that one to go. 14 on the night for Buddha. And Classical putting on a clinic. Going up 6 points in about 45 seconds. 36-26. Just 2 minutes left in the third here. I gotta take a breather. I have a sip of my delicious seltzer. Well, that was fun. That was real fun. A little bit of the panic button we saw hit in front of us just right now. Classical taking advantage of it. And any momentum that Somerville had going into this timeout, it's been wiped away. And how about Jada Tayada? 3 steals to result in scores, 2 of which were as a result of Divine Buddha. And Tayada stealing the Bandit title away from Keisha Perez. Back to a double-digit deficit. Highlanders working as hard as they've probably ever worked all season to dig themselves out of a 15-point deficit. Gets within 2 and then loses it. At the 4 quick scores by the Lady Rams. Gamache with the rock over to Antonelli. A little less hesitation from the Somerville Highlanders. Gamache drives inside, loses that one. Tang tries to steal it away. Kurgo keeps it alive for the Highlanders, gets it over to Antonelli, takes it for 2. Buddha on the rebound, 2 in front. And a lot of hack-a-lacking Egbuda's down. Not excited. We're going to get a trainer call real quick. So Egbuda goes down hard. Take some time to talk to the training staff. So fighting around for it. A couple players rolling on the ground. I think one rolled up on Egbuda's ankle. And the training staff for Lynn Classical, as well as Coach Tom Sawyer, are out there talking to Egbuda. She's had quite the game so far. 14 on the night for the Beast, 16 in the first half. Egbuda's helped up to her feet. And she'll walk back. Put a little bit of weight on it and test the waters. That's always good to see. So Egbuda walks off the court, gets a little bit of love from the rest of the Lady Rams, and it looks like she's going to stay out there. Timeout Classical. Coach Tom Sawyer going to get into the ears of the Lady Rams and chirp. Let them know what the plan of action is here. Just about 90 seconds left here in the third period. Classical putting on a clinic defensively, catching themselves out of position a few times. And they're usually doing a better job at trying to keep up the pace offensively. Hadn't been to the second half, and when the Lady Rams were able to really kind of put it all together. A lot of hesitation from the Highlanders in the first period. And I think that is why they looked at most of their deficit throughout the first half. But as the game has matured, so has the play. And both teams coming out trying to advance their records here in the GBL. Thanks for tuning in to Lynn Educational Television. We're happy to bring you GBL girls basketball. Here from 235 O'Callahan Way, I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue. Our buddy Mikey up in the perch tonight, bringing you these pretty smooth and steady shots. But boy howdy, can the kid wrap an XLR cable. We'll go to the foul line for Egbuda's seemingly, what is this? It's got to be attempt number 6 here from the foul line. Egbuda probably going to be able to file a couple of police reports after this one. Her first shot, right where she wants it. 15 on the night for the Beast. Egbuda's second. Deja vu. Inbound over to Gamache. Gamache drives past Perez. Tries for the 2. Can't get it to fall. Egbuda comes down with a rebound. Over to Keisha Perez. Perez clears that half mark with ease. Antonelli in front, does a little bit of move, a long pass over to Tang. Tang showing, drives inside, over to Tejada. Tejada fields it well, one in front, inside to Egbuda. Egbuda with Matt Coleman in front, drops 2 more in. And the Beast has been awoken. The Bandit comes in, Keisha Perez steals that one away. Can't get the shot off cleanly enough, goes up for 1, Egbuda. 20 on the night, going to the line for the 7th time tonight. And she'll get 1. And I think Egbuda owes Perez a few coffees out of this one. Kid's been getting fed all game. Tejada, too, doing a good job at feeding the Beast. 42-26, Classical over Somerville. Egbuda's 1, no good. Pulled down by Kurgo. Antonelli with the rock, 2 in front. Passes over to Kurgo. And they're going to get Tejada for a foul.
First team foul on Classical to the quarter.
Keisha Perez Vasquez in for Jada Tejada. Antonelli, Perez in front, passes over to Gamache. Down over to number 5, Furman Rodriguez. And a pass back to Gamache. Results in a steal attempt by the Bandit. And they end up calling her for a foul. So second team foul, the third here for the Rams. Inbound from Kurgo over to Antonelli. Antonelli with Perez in front. The shot coming from Kurgo. Cleaned up by Matt Coleman. Can't get it to fall. The Beast comes down with the board. Pass over to Tang. Over to Keisha Perez. Perez at the point position. Antonelli in front, over to Tang. Tang, no space, has to drive inside, looking for Egbuda. Egbuda with 3, swarmed by the Highlanders defense. Shot attempt by Eth goes in. Eth with 4 on the night for the senior Nevaeh Eth. Timeout from Lynn Classical's Tom Sawyer. Going to try to get into the ears of the Lady Rams and talk about the game plan in order to keep this one in favor, as it's been most of the game for Classical. Just about 15 seconds left here in the third before we go into the fourth. High scorers on the night. Divine Egbuda with 20. Keisha Perez with 10. And right behind them both, Savannah Tang for 8. Top scorers for Somerville, Regan Antonelli with 9. And Amari Kurgo with 5. A lot of young bloods here on the Highlanders team. 3 of their starters, freshmen out of Somerville. And Classical has been working to build this program up for a couple of years. Tom Sawyer's done a great job with them too. He does a great job every year. But Classical will be sad to see some of these seniors go. Tang, one of the better three-point shooters here on the team. Keisha Perez, another senior. Nevaeh Eth. So 3 of our Lady Rams are working to make their mark here at Classical. Final 10 seconds of the period. Antonelli takes the shot, fielded well by Keisha Perez Vasquez. Tries for Divine Egbuda. Matt Coleman steals it away, draws the foul. And Matt Coleman going to the board.
Number 35, Violet Matt Coleman to the line, shooting 2.
She'll get her 2 with 1 second left in the third. Mac Coleman's first shot. Right where she wants it. 5 in the night for the senior out of Somerville. Her second. Deja vu. 6 in the night for Matt Coleman. Tang with the inbound over to Keisha Perez Vasquez, and that'll be the final second. Ticks away here in the third. 44-28 Rams over the Highlanders. We'll be back with the fourth. Fourth quarter, 8 minutes, 44-28 Classical over Somerville. Perez with the rock. Antonelli in front. Daigle. Keisha Perez Vasquez for a travel. And she gets to her destination a little too quick. Somerville benefits from the penalty. Pass inside over to Gamache, drives it in for 2. Gamache. 6 of the night for Nora Gamache. Keisha Perez with the rock. Antonelli in front. Passes over to Keisha Perez Vasquez. Over to Nevaeh Eth. And Eth drops at her 6th point of the night. Pass over to number 5. Furman Rodriguez. Stolen away by the Bandit. Tries for the layup. Egbuda's there on the rebound. Takes another shot there on the rebound. Somerville pulls it away. Furman Rodriguez bailing the Highlanders out after that one. Perez in front of Antonelli. Antonelli with a pick on the left-hand side. Passes over to Gamache. Gamache's shot, no good. Pulled down from Kurgo. Ends up with Matt Coleman. Matt Coleman's shot, no good. The Bandit comes in with a vengeance, trying to take that one away.
First team foul on Somerville for the
And it looks like they're going to get Furman Rodriguez for the first team foul of the fourth. For the Highlanders, F to inbound the ball. Perez in front. Somerville pressing on the clears. Tang trying to get past Kurgo. Can't do it. Kurgo bringing the noise defensively to Savannah Tang. Causes Tang to hit the panic button. Classical loses possession of that one. Antonelli getting back to work at the point position. Antonelli tries to get past one. Passes outside to Gamache. Gamache with one in front. Long pass over to Kurgo. Kurgo gets the ball over to Furman Rodriguez. Her attempt for three, no good. Fielded well by Gamache. Back over to Kurgo, a little low. Out of bounds called on Gamache. Rams ball. Tang gonna inbound it. Has two options. Timeout, Lynn Classical. Coach Sawyer to take some time to talk to the Lady Rams. Classical boasting a 46-30 lead here in the fourth over Somerville, and we're ecstatic to see so. Right now, Classical standing at a record of 5-2. Their last game, a victory over Medford, 48-42. And later on next week, or early on next week, Tuesday, Classical's hosting Medford again here at home. Somerville with a record of 4-3. Their last game, a W versus English. We'll let them have that one. We like that. 54-39. And they got Everett at home for their next game. Both teams are vying for higher positions in the GBL. We're happy to bring in GBL ladies basketball here on Lynn Educational Television. If you're watching on the Lynn Classical YouTube page, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you get all the up-to-date news, information, events, and sports happening here at good old Cooley High. After the timeout, Classical to inbound from Somerville territory. F tasked with the responsibility, dishes it right out over to Jada Tejada. Travel call on F, takes a couple extra steps, no bueno. And Somerville gonna get the ball inbounding from Classical's territory. Kurgo passes outside to Antonelli. Antonelli trying to drive inside two. Stolen away by Keisha Perez, the bandit. She takes it from end to end, lays it in for two, and that's what she do. Keisha Perez with her 12th basket of the night, 8 in the first half. Ramadan got the ball. Decides to dribble, passes over to Matt Coleman. Matt Coleman trying to drive under, can't get the layup off cleanly. Agbuda fields the rebound, gets that one over to Keisha Perez. Perez now fighting for it, two in front, jump ball call. Antonelli, a little less hesitation each quarter. Passes over to Gamache for three. Can't get that one to go. Still an attempt at the rebound. Classical will benefit on the transition here. F gonna inbound the ball for the Rams. And Somerville pressing on the clears. Jada Tejada with one in front. Back over to F. F back to Tejada. And they gotta get it over. They do. Keisha Perez shoots it for three. Can't get it to fall. F is there on the rebound. Cleans it up with a nice little layup. Nevaeh F with 8 on the night. The pass inbounded from Antonelli over to Kurgo. Kurgo gets it to Gamache. And Gamache adds 2 more to the board. 7 on the night. Sorry, 8 on the night. Antonelli gets past Jada Tejada, drops that one in, and Antonelli with 11 on the night. First to break double digits for the Highlanders. Timeout, Lynn Classical, 50-34. Rams over the Highlanders. Just under 5 minutes in the fourth. And Coach Tom Sawyer taking an opportunity to remind the Rams that they can bring better quality to the basketball court here at 235 O'Callahan Way.
Do not try. Catch it, pivot, hold the ball for something more. Don't be off balance, leaning. Strong. Okay? There, 2, 1, 2. You gotta get away from this first. These, if you can break it with your dribble, break it with your dribble. We have one timeout left. Let's go.
After the timeout, Classical to inbound from the Somerville's territory. Over to Tejada. Tejada's got the speed. I'm sorry, Keisha Perez. She's got the speed. Bounce pass inside of Eth. Eth is hot now. 10 on the night for Eth. All earned, but 8 here. Stolen away by the Bandit. Tries for the layup. No good there. And Divine Buddha under. Gets the board. Drops it in for 2 and 1 for Buddha. 22 on the night for Buddha. 54-34, Classical boasting a 20-point deficit. I got nervous telling you the deficit because I see some of my old math teachers up in the stands tonight. But they're not watching, are they? Buddha from the line, almost hitting double digits. Getting hack-lacked all day. She makes it count. 23 on the night for the Beast. And Antonelli with a bit of a problem, swarmed by 2 Classical defenders. Has to do a little bit of work to get that long pass over to Kurgo. Kurgo with 1 in front, tries for the layup, a little bit too high, pulled down from the boards by Somerville. No good on the layup. Etha's there, passes it over, Keisha Perez. Keisha Perez taking her time to get across the half mark. Perez drives past 1, trying for 2. Gets called for a charge.
Offensive.
I think that's what it was.
Somerville ball.
Somerville ball, inbounding from the far side of the court. And Gamache gets that one over to Antonelli. Antonelli screams past Perez. Can't get a layup in cleanly. She'll draw the foul and head to the line.
Number 21, Reagan Antonelli to the line, shooting 2.
Antonelli heading to the line yet again.
Who's got shooting?
11 on the night for the freshman out of Somerville. Antonelli's second shot. Swish, not net, make it 12. Tejada inbounds to Perez. Perez with 1 in front, gets past 2. Can she get past 3? Pass inside to Eth. Can't get that one to go. Rebounds there by Divine Buddha, trying for the layup. Knocked away by the Somerville defense, but not without committing the foul. And Buddha going to the line again. Buddha getting more free throws in tonight than she usually does in practice. No good there. Buddha's second, right where she wants it. 24 on the night for the Beast. The inbound over to Antonelli. Pushes back on a force pass to Kurgo. Sails out of bounds. Classical to inbound from their own territory. From Somerville's territory. Keisha Perez with the rock. Looking for a little bit of help. Surveying. Gets it over to Jada Tejada. Tejada to Tang. Tang with Antonelli in front. Pulls it out. Trying to create a little bit of separation. Tries for the pass over to Tejada. Knocked away by Antonelli. Antonelli to Gamache. Gamache past 3. Goes for the layup. No good. And the Bandit steals that one away. Off the floor has Divine Buddha wide open, going for 2. Gets a layup. 26 on the night for the Beast. And another shot enabled by the Bandit here. Keisha Perez The inbound a little sloppy, but still gets Somerville into scoring position here. Going for the layup, number 20, Merriman Ramadan. I'm sorry, that's Gertisha Morellis. So Morellis going to the line once again tonight. 58-35, Rams over the Highlanders. Just under 3 minutes here in the fourth. Morellis' first shot, no good. Her second time on the line tonight. Her second shot, no good. Agbuda trying for the rebound.
Out of bounds, Rams ball.
Can't get there before it's knocked out of bounds by Somerville. Jada Teata tasked with the responsibility to inbound the ball. Has a couple of options. Long pass over to Nevaeh F, swarmed immediately by that Somerville defense. Team foul called against Somerville. Keisha Perez to inbound far side of the court. Perez over to Agbuda. Agbuda back to Perez. Trying inside for Divine Agbuda. Met with that Somerville defense. Can't get it there.
14 foul on the classical for the quarter.
Mia Duncan to come in onto the court for Jada Teata.
32.
Nora Gamache inbounds over to Antonelli. Back to Gamache. Gamache driving in, two in front, creates a little bit of space, got the speed to do it, and puts on a bit of a clinic right there. And reminds Classical what they got to look forward to. Both of these teams facing off for the first time tonight. 10 on the night for Nora Gamache. Another shot attempt.
15 foul on the
No
classical
good
for the
there.
quarter.
Results in a Classical team foul. And they're going to send Kurgo to the line.
Line shooting 2.
Kurgo's first attempt. Bounces off the back of the rim. Mari Kurgo lining up for his second attempt. No good. Fields her own rebound. Kurgo has the ball. Antonelli trying for two. And Keisha Perez has it. Swarmed by the Somerville defense. Agbuda gets the rock from her, passes over to Tang. Tang tripped up. Ball's on the ground, rolls out of bounds. Somerville ball. Kurgo to Antonelli. Antonelli back to Kurgo. Kurgo up at the top of the key. Tang in front, trying for it. Passes inside. Number 20 gets it, goes for the layup. That's Ramadan. Can't get it there cleanly. Double dribble called against Somerville. Classical ball.
Double dribble call.
Keisha Perez Vasquez onto the court. Savannah Tang is off. Divine Agbuda is off. And Evelyn Diaz, the junior out of Classical, finding her way off of the bench into the game. Two in front, looking for some help. Gets it over to Keisha Perez. Perez with Antonelli in front. Perez now with two. Passes over to Keisha Perez Vasquez. Perez Vasquez looking for a little bit of help, surveying. Gets it over to number 10, Mia Duncan. Back to Keisha Perez Vasquez. Takes the shot attempt, no good there. Mia Duncan not strong enough to steal that one away. Classical retreats to find themselves in defensive position. Antonelli with a pass over to Gamache. Nevaeh F in front. F getting called for a push. Out of bounds. And that's going to send Nora Gamache to the line. And once again, F will come out, and Jayliana Wesley will come on. And Keisha the Bandit Perez will come off. And Coach Tom Sawyer working to get in all of his players. Aaliyah Alvarado, the freshman out of Classical, making a couple impacts in some of the earlier home games that we saw. Gamache drops that one for 2, 11 on the night for the freshman out of Somerville. Can't get that one to fall. Still in play, knocked away and out of bounds by Lynn Classical's very own Evelyn Diaz. Antonelli to inbound the ball. Barking out her orders to the players. And Evelyn Diaz trying to make that hard. Antonelli comes in, knocks that one down for 2. Antonelli with 15 on the night. Stolen away by Somerville. Gamache cleans it up for 2 more. 13 on the night for Nora Gamache. 25 seconds left here in the 4th. And it's fair to say Classical's probably going to walk away with a victory here on this one. Alvarado with the rock, stolen away, and putting up a bit of a fight. $18 seconds here, left in the 4th. Kurgo going to line again.
Kurgo to the line, shooting 2.
Aaliyah Alvarado hungry, trying to steal that one away.
Next one.
Kurgo takes the shot, bounces up off the back of the rim. And clear frustration on the face of Amari Kurgo. Kid plays hard. Kurgo's second attempt. Bounces up and off. Evelyn Diaz comes down with the board. Loses that one to Antonelli. Antonelli for 2. Drives that one in. Regan Antonelli with 17 on the night. Stolen away by Gamache over to Antonelli. No clean shot there. And the clock ticks out at the end of 4. Classical's going to walk away with a 58-45 victory over Somerville. These guys will have a matchup later on in the season. Classical going to improve to a record of 6-2. They're hosting Medford later on next week. Somerville going to fall to a record of 4-4, and they've got Everett coming home later on this week. I want to say thanks to our viewership from Lynn Educational Television for tuning in. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening here at Classical. I want to say thanks to my crew for Mikey being up in the perch and bringing you these smooth and steady shots. Let me know in the comments, what do you think he should get for a grade today? From the gym here at 235 O'Callahan Way of LETV, I'm Sean Donahue, wishing you all the best.